trying to remember what day it is. I don't really know what day it is.
Several of us.
Groundhog Day. Okay. All right. So a little bit shorter practice. We have had a very physical camp, and obviously that at times will take a toll. We were down 19 guys today that were unable to practice due to injuries. So we got to make sure that at the same time we're not out here too long, because that will take its toll, because as 19 guys go out, what we need to remember is that is increasing everybody's reps when it goes to special teams, offense, and defense, because obviously you're starting to lose guys and lose the ability to rotate as much. So still thought it was a good practice. There were some good things done, and they're still coming out, even though we're in the grind here, with a good attitude about getting better.
Williams has been out for a few days. How concerned are you?
Not very. He's limited. He's doing some individual stuff. Just isn't doing the full team stuff yet. So he should be back very soon.
How'd the quarterbacks do today?
Really good. Thought they took care of the ball well, managed the huddle well, and really excited about that competition.
How important is this scrimmage coming up going to be? And I know you take into account everything, but this is going to be a time in the Coliseum. How important is that going to be to your decision?
Yeah, I know obviously we joked about the company line with them, but really they are taking care of the football. You don't see many turnovers out here, versus a defense that is extremely multiple and does a lot of stuff. So I do believe they are completely buying into taking care of the football. That's the number one thing that the theme for this team this year is about taking care of the football and getting it back on defense, because that'll obviously answer a lot of problems. Turnover margin, wins or loses games faster than anything. So it's great to see them do that. This will be big coming up, as they go in there for preseason game 2. So it'll be another test.
Is it tougher to take things into consideration if you guys are down 19 guys on?
Not as far as the quarterback coverage, I don't think so, because it's equal playing field. They're throwing at the same guys, so it is challenging. A lot of those guys are offensive skilled guys. You look out there as the offensive skilled guys today, there's not many scholarship players out there. So it's a good opportunity for guys like Robbie Colance, who made a bunch of plays today and was the MVP of the day. So it's an opportunity for somebody.
A few days in with the offensive line, kind of changed it. What do you see there?
I think the left side's playing really well. I think those two kids are playing great together. Really long, strong kids, very young second-year players, but I think they have a great mentality about the game and about toughness. So I'm really excited about the way that side's playing, and then when you get Randall and Xavier out there when they're healthy, as the tight ends next to them, that's a good-looking side, and obviously we've talked about Marcus playing well in the middle also.
What about the right side?
Right side's doing some good things. We need to continue to improve everywhere.
Do you have a timetable at all in your mind for the quarterbacks?
I do not. As I said, beginning with the plan, when it shows, it'll show. And, obviously the sooner the better for the team, but at the same time, we got to make sure we're making the right decision and picking what we believe is the right guy.
Could you make that decision before the final scrimmage?
Sure. Yeah, if it shows.
You talk about valuing the ball. Do you have a sense yet of what the offensive identity of this offense will be this team?
I don't know for sure because of the amount of injuries. You right now have, the two receivers out before we even started with the ACLs. You right now have Marquise, Nelson, Darius Rogers all out. Randall Telfer's out right now. Silas Redd's out. DJ Morgan's out. So, that does make it pretty difficult. Those are a lot of skilled personnel guys on offense to know your identity without those guys out there all the time.
Is there enough time for the running backs that are out to get themselves back in for the Hawaii game, let's say? Is it close?
Sure. We were whatever we were, at practice 11 yesterday, and that was only, I looked at it, and that was, a guy can improve twice as much, get to practice 22, and they're still not, I think that's the day before the preseason game 3, so there's still time. We don't want guys to miss, but at the same time, we still got a lot of time left.
With so many
a lot of
offensive
players
skills,
waiting.
with so many offensive skill guys down today, it seemed like there were more reps than usual. Where a lot of guys were covered. You had to have a lot of broken plays. As a coach, does that frustrate you, or does that help you kind of evaluate how your quarterbacks handle those situations, how they respond to them?
Well, the thing you guys can't tell is some of that's within the drills. There's one drill there that's inside blitz that's made for the defense, and we have outside receivers that are really just backup fullbacks that don't really run the routes. The receivers are in another drill, so it's going to look that way because there's not going to be any timing with them. So I think that's why it appeared that way probably.
And how about the tight ends? I know they're kind of struggling through some injuries, but how do you feel about Grimble and Telfer?
Well, I think first off, I would talk about Jalen because he's the guy there every day, performing in there and getting better and improving and practicing. Those other two guys, are battling through injuries and playing, and Xavier had class, so he was late today. But I think it's going to be a really good position group with those three guys, and Jalen's coming along really well, and those other two guys potentially are premier players.